Well, good day and welcome to episode 42 of The Driving Force, presented by the Louisiana Transportation Research Center. My name is Todd Blunt. I'm joined today by my friend, colleague, and co-host, Garrett Wheat.
Good afternoon.
We are so excited that you've chosen to join us as we highlight the trailblazing people and groundbreaking projects who are driving change in Louisiana transportation. LTRC is turning 40 years old in 2026, and throughout those 4 decades, the center has aimed to merge the resources of state government and Louisiana universities to identify, develop, and implement new technologies that enhance critical aspects of the transportation system here in Louisiana and beyond. And one of our central mandates as an organization is technology transfer and training. One of our largest initiatives under that umbrella is the biennial Louisiana Transportation Conference. We will host the latest iteration of this fantastic gathering in March 2027 in Baton Rouge. And on today's episode, we want to tell you why you should make plans to come and what to expect when you do. So to shed some light on that, we're welcoming back to the podcast for the first time since our very first episode, LTRC's Associate Director of Technology Transfer and Training, Dr. Leah Coco. Leah serves as chair of the conference executive committee and has many years of experience planning, organizing, and executing this event. And so we're going to draw on that wealth of valuable experience to tell you what's coming in 2027 right after we take this quick break. Welcome back to The Driving Force. We are welcoming LTRC Associate Director Leah Coco to the show today as we look ahead with great anticipation to the 2027 Louisiana Transportation Conference planned for March 2027 here in Baton Rouge. So welcome, Leah.
Thank you.
Why don't we start by getting a little bit of a history of the event, like when it began, how it's grown, and sort of the different forms it's taken over the years. And additionally, what was the first year you were involved in putting the conference together?
So this will actually be our 14th conference.
Okay.
The conference started in 1993.
Okay, wow.
Originally held at what is now the Crown Plaza. So we outgrew the Crown Plaza and moved to the Raising Cane's River Center. My first interaction with the conference was as a presenter.
Oh, really?
Actually,
okay.
Yes. So when I worked for the LSU Division of Workforce Development and worked primarily with the department on special projects, I was a session presenter. So when I moved to LTRC, dedicated solely to all DOTD projects, moved from the LSU side to DOTD, that was in 2009.
Okay.
And so I have been literally working with the conference since 2009. And we have seen our conference registration grow to almost 2,000 participants total. Wow. So that's a combination between registrations and our vendors and sponsors. And last year in 2025, when we hosted, we did share the space with the bowlers. And so we're excited that in 2027, we'll have the entire River Center back. Okay. So not that we didn't enjoy learning a lot about bowling and seeing the bowling lanes constructed, but it will be nice to have our entire footprint back.
Yeah, I'm sure. We had that nice low roar of the bowling pins.
We did, and we did play Guess Who's the Bowler, Guess Who's the Engineer, and it was easy to identify because they all had bowling bags.
And jerseys.
Yes, they did. But it will be nice to have our blueprint back and go back to a more standard format that we're used to.
Very good.
Cool. Awesome. Todd mentioned in the introduction, this is one of the LTRC's single expressions and mandate for technology transfer and training. Can you help explain why is this event such a significant aspect of the center's mission and purpose?
Well, one, this is one of the most visible things that we do. Yeah. So I think it's important to highlight that the LTC is only about 10% of what we do in Section 33. So while it's the most visible, we do workforce development, technology transfer, training, education, strategic projects all year long.
Yeah.
So this is just something that everybody gets to see on a big scale.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing is something that we're doing every single day here. Okay. And so I think it's a really good manifestation of what we're doing across the state every single day to make sure that we're bridging those workforce gaps. We're taking the research and showing how to put research into practice. What are the new best practices from other state DOTs, from industry? It's also a bridge for us for the entire transportation industry.
Yeah.
LTRC, part of our job is to bridge the entire transportation community in terms of research development, workforce development, technology transfer, and be that central hub for all of those efforts. So we're involved in a whole span of conversations and efforts all year long. But this is just a unique opportunity because people get to come to one central location. They get to hear about opportunities from different parts of the transportation industry, different state DOTs. In 2025, we had approximately 30 states represented.
Oh, wow.
And so,
I didn't realize that.
yeah,
I don't
we
think I did
count
either.
our states every single year. So, and that's not just speakers, that's also people that come and attend. This is one of the largest state DOT conferences that we on workforce development, technology transfer, and training in the nation. And so I think that this has set the gold standard for over the years for other agencies.
Well, since this has been going on for so long, it seems like every year there's new and new people either to the department or to the transportation industry. So could you share, like, what, if someone's never attended before, what should they expect? Could you provide maybe some, like, value add opportunities that are included over the 3 days of the conference?
Well, we have a trade show. So there's a trade show that opens Monday afternoon that runs all the way through Tuesday. And that's a great networking opportunity to meet with different entities that interact with the department on a variety of levels. We're hoping that we're going to have other state agencies participate in our trade show this year. So we're hoping that we're going to see like LED, LDH on our trade show floor this year. It's really important that DOTD doesn't view ourselves as an isolated agency. Transportation is important to every single state agency. So no state agency can be successful if our transportation arteries aren't successful. So we want to make sure that we're having those conversations. It's really important to me that our engineers can come and get their professional development hours, but also their professional ethics hours. So they're going to have an opportunity to get all their PDHs for one calendar year, which is the 14 hours plus the 1 hour of professional ethics. So I personally think that it's an incredible value, not only monetarily, but with the information and professional development opportunities that they're given. It's a great resource for our retired engineers as well to stay plugged into the transportation community. And it's a great opportunity for young engineers to link up with a mentor. If you're potentially, let's just say, an environmental, but you're also interested in learning about aviation. Well, we have an aviation section. Well, maybe somebody didn't know that DOTD had an aviation section. Well, they'll be represented at the conference. And so there's a lot of really neat points where people can plug in and develop those relationships and make those connections across DOTD and the transportation industry.
All right, well, Gary, I'm going to turn the microphone around on you for this next question. You serve as our conference program committee chair, and so I want to drill down into that aspect of the event a little bit. Talk to us about the range of topics covered in the conference's technical sessions. I mean, it's a pretty broad range, so give us a sort of a snapshot of that scope.
Well, you just mentioned the word technical, and Mary Leah alluded to it a second ago. Every session at the conference is technical in nature. We try to make sure they all provide PDHs, so there's not much professional development, personal development, that type of work, except for if we're trying to maybe fill in some slots.
Okay.
Or if there's like an opening or a last minute cancel and we didn't have enough sessions ready to go, so to speak. But when we're planning the program, the planning starts just about as far back as getting the space. I mean, we've been planning since February now, which is basically a year before the conference starts.
Yeah.
And our committee, I couldn't do this without the committee, so I want to say that right off. The committee is composed of one or more members of each individual section across the department.
Okay.
And the reason we do that is we want to make sure their voices are heard and they have topics that are technical for them that they want to share with the transportation community. If they want to share things that are changing, there's new manuals that get updated all the time. There's new processes, softwares, workflows, tons of things that can change in 1 year, much less 2 years. So we give every section upwards of 50 different sections across the department to share. I'm going to miss one if I named them all, but just a couple. I mean, there'll be topics on construction delivery, bridge and road design, rehab, preservation, ITS, asset management. There's maintenance, emergency ops, all sorts of legal issues. That's legal with policy, legal with like safety, geotech surveying. Every section will be represented at least in whole for a session, or maybe teaming up with another session to share some things. I can highlight one session we pretty much have every year. LTAP is working with maintenance for like innovation showcase.
Yeah.
To where they recognize innovative things our employees are doing across the state that are saving money, time, making things run smoother, better, just been more beneficial as a whole.
Yeah, I've had the privilege of serving with you on the program committee since I've been here, and it is really a fascinating process to see how it kind of comes together from this really, really broad discussion, so it's narrowing until you kind of come to this. I mean, how many total sessions approximately?
We're planning on 72 total sessions that will be 50 minutes each.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot, you know?
Six happening at the same time. So, yeah.
So, yeah, a wealth of information and really something for everyone.
And our general session. So we have our opening general session, which will feature a keynote speaker, an address from the governor's office, remarks from our secretary. We're also going to host our secretary's roundtable discussion again this year. So that's going to be on Wednesday morning, which is such a great opportunity for individuals to submit questions ahead of time for our secretary and key members of our leadership team to address in a dedicated time on Wednesday morning. So that is going to make an appearance. We heard a lot of great feedback on that from our 2025 conference, that people really liked that discussion and that forum and the opportunity to submit targeted questions. I anticipate there will be a lot of questions around our T4LA initiative, which is our transformation initiative. You know, there are 42 initiatives that include sub-initiatives that the department is going through right now, and they will all be close to wrapping up at this time. So I anticipate that will be some of the updates and potentially a session.
We'll have some session topics
that will be going on during the conference. But to Garrett's point about innovation with our local technical assistance program and maintenance, Build a Better Mousetrap, I would be remiss to not say that our LTAP program won an award at the National LTAP Conference for the Downtown Revival Abbeville Street Improvement Project. So those are the types of things that we'll be bringing in to talk about how our local governments and real world problems are solved in innovative, effective ways that our districts or other local governments can take those low cost initiatives and implement them in their area. So we're not just only talking about research and things that are cerebral and just in theory. We're talking about how you can solve real world problems and also what are real world status project updates that our partners care about. You know, what does the Calcasieu Bridge project look like? And one of the largest investments in the history of the state of Louisiana over in the Lake Charles area. So there's going to be some really unique opportunities happening. 6 concurrent sessions at one time.
Wow, that's awesome. Mary Leah, you alluded to the trade show aspect of the event earlier. Is there anything else you'd want to say about the value of that aspect of the event, or kind of how that works, the range of different people represented there?
Yeah, there's a wide range from, we've had nonprofits there before to talk about how their nonprofit serves the community, to consultants, contractors, local entities, national entities. So it really spans the gamut of who is on the trade show floor. I think it's a really wonderful opportunity for not just department employees, but the entire transportation community to interact with their peers. I mean, some people think most importantly, that's where the coffee's going to be. Everyone, you know, the coffee station's going to be there, and that's where lunch is served, and the much talked about boxed lunch. But it is a really great opportunity. It's also a place and a time where else do you get all of these individuals together in one room, and to be able to use that opportunity to have productive conversations. And often that's where really good ideas come from, is just having a simple conversation and again building those relationships, because at the end of the day the relationship is what's going to drive our transportation network and innovation forward.
Absolutely.
If someone is listening to the podcast and wants to register for the 27 LTC, can you explain what's the best way to do that? If they had any questions, who could they contact?
Yeah, so the best way is just to go to our main LTRC website, which is www.ltrc.la.gov. And on the main page, there's a big picture that says LTC 2027.
Yes.
Click here, and you just click on that lovely image that has been designed, and it will take you to the conference website. And on that conference website, it covers everything from registration. Our hotel lodging will be posted there. Once we have a tentative and finalized program, our exhibitors, if you want to be an exhibitor, if you want to be a sponsor, actually all of our contact information is on there.
Yeah.
So everything, we've tried to put it on that conference website. So the main LTRC homepage is the best place to go because you can just type that website in. Again, ltrc.la.gov. It's on the main page. You just click right there and everything populates. And
we'll have a link to that in our show notes as well. So if you're listening to this, just click down to those and you can go directly there. But yeah, you should have everything you need right there. Well, thanks so much for joining us today to preview what I think is going to be another incredibly enjoyable, impactful event. We've talked about all the different value that it adds to not only our DOTD community, but the transportation industry as a whole here in our state and beyond. I do hope as many of our listeners as possible will make it a point to join us next spring as we gather. But before we wrap up, we always like to ask our guests a few fun lightning round questions. Today is no exception, but we're going to do this a little different. All of these questions are conference themed, but still fun. So Garrett, take it away.
All right. So outside of Tuesday, box lunch, dinner day.
That would not be the answer to this question anyway.
Yeah. What is the best spot to grab lunch downtown Baton Rouge?
Oh, gosh. Other than Subway, which is a personal favorite of mine, I love a Subway sandwich. Aki Taki and Syrops. Those are my other two favorites.
That's 3 good picks.
So in no particular order and no sponsorships, everyone. Those are 3 of my favorites.
We hear a lot about Syrops on the podcast. People from headquarters going over there.
Yeah, but Aki Taki is a hidden gem.
Okay.
Agreed.
Put it on the list.
Yeah. If you want a pizza, you could add Schlitz in there, I'd say.
That's fair.
What is the most unique or interesting piece of equipment that you've encountered at past conferences? And then what's maybe the coolest swag item you've seen given out in the trade show?
Coolest piece of I don't know if I've seen. Oh, well, I think there was a piece. It looked like, those little grass cutter things that are like the mobile robots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it wasn't it wasn't to cut the grass, and I can't remember what it was.
Was it it's scanned?
Yes.
For underground utilities?
Yes, it was one of those. It was on. So this year, I'm excited to say we're welcoming back equipment into the trade show.
Oh, excellent.
So we'll be back in the large exhibition hall because there won't be any bowling lanes. So we'll be back in the exhibition hall. So we will have equipment back. And this piece of equipment just went around the back of the equipment area. And so we all just sort of watched it. And swag, I don't have an answer to that, but I will tell you we've had a lot of really interesting lost items returned.
Okay.
We've had a Rolex lost and returned. We've had some brooches, multiple phones, car keys, yes, ID badges. So where Emily Wolf and I sit is often not only the repository for every question that you can think of, but also the lost and found. So we get a lot of interesting things there.
I'm glad that's all been returned.
It has all been returned.
Yes.
I would say the Rolex was we had to really make sure that went back to the correct person, though.
All right, last question.
Multi-factor authentication.
Yes.
Last question. Temperature control is always an adventure
Yes.
in large venues, and weather in March can be unpredictable.
Right.
So given the choice, would you rather have the River Center be stifling hot or freezing cold?
Freezing cold every day. You can always put more clothes on, and so Bring a sweater, everyone. Bring a sweater, bring gloves, and it's going to be
cool.
It's going to be after Mardi Gras, so there may be glitter on the chairs, everybody. So maybe bring a lint roller too, but be prepared for some potentially unregulated temperatures in rooms.
We had beautiful weather in 2025. I mean, if we could get a repeat of that.
We did, and we are going to claim it now that we're going
nice.
to also have beautiful weather in 2027.
All right. Well, once again, we know you're very busy, and we really are grateful for you taking a few minutes of your time to share with our listeners about LTC. I hope this has painted a really compelling picture of what to expect. Your perspective is valuable. I hope this pushed some folks who are maybe on the edge about attending to do what it takes to get here.
No limit this year either.
No. We do want our DOTD employees to register ahead of time, but again, we have the whole River Center just for the conference. So
Excellent. Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit.
Well, we're going to step away one more time before we come back to close out today's episode. That's all we have for you on episode 42 of The Driving Force, presented by the Louisiana Transportation Research Center. You can learn more about what's happening here at LTRC on a daily basis by visiting us online at ltrc.la.gov or on social media through Facebook, X, LinkedIn, and YouTube. As always, we encourage you to like, follow, and subscribe to our channels on each of these platforms. And we also encourage you to follow and subscribe to this show on your preferred podcasting platform that helps others to find us. And let me mention once more that if you'd like more information on LTC 2027, please visit the conference website. It is going to be linked right on the homepage of our LTRC site, as well as in today's show notes. You can register there, get more details, find contact info for conference leadership if you have questions about a particular aspect of the event. That's a treasure trove of info. We want you to go there, bookmark it. Until next time, we are your hosts, Garrett Wheat and Todd Blunt, and we thank you so much again for joining us today. Drive safely out there.